Hi there, I'm Denise with This Is My Everybody, and today we're starting a brand new series that I'm so excited about, 5 easy steps to becoming a minimalist. So if you are interested in learning more and starting your own Living a Simple Life journey today, this is a great video and a great series for you to start with. Each video will concentrate on one step, and before you know it, you're going to start seeing your life shifting one step at a time towards a life filled with less stuff and more of what matters. Today, we're going to be doing step 1, focused on less time. Ready to go? Step 1, we're going to be focusing on the concept of less time. Time is one of those things that we are never going to have more of it than we actually have. But that is not something that you need to be stressed out about. Now think about it this way. Time is always dependable. It's always going to deliver to you exactly what it said it was going to do. There's something a little comforting about that. You see what I mean? Like 1 hour is always going to be 60 minutes. It's not going to say, oh, today we're going to give you 50 minutes. It's going to give you 60 every single time. And there's something wonderful about knowing that you've got something in your life that's going to give you exactly what it promised it was going to do. Now, the way you approach that 1 hour, though, can feel more expansive or constricting depending upon your intention or the way you're approaching that hour. For instance, if you approach that hour with an intention of ease, with efficiency, with wonderful tasks, that everything has a purpose and means something to you with it, that hour is going to feel more expansive. You're going to feel like you can get more things done within it. However, if you approach that hour with stress, overwhelm, tons of unnecessary tasks that you really don't need to be doing anyway, then you're going to constantly be feeling like you're running out of time, that you need more time than you actually have. So in order to tackle this concept of doing things in less time, the first thing we need to do is assess what are the things that we're spending too much time on. This is a very important step in learning how to master your time and approaching it with a minimalist mindset. Now, what is the biggest culprit that we often find that we're spending too much time on? It's daily routines and daily tasks. Now, even though these are the things that we're doing every single day, and they're often the ones that are falling into the bucket that we're spending too much time on doing these things, they are also the things that give us the greatest opportunity for the biggest impact of how, when we streamline those, we feel the greatest rewards, and we start seeing right away a big shift in our life between things that we're spending too much time on and a more streamlined day. And why does simplifying your daily tasks or daily routines create the greatest impact in simplifying your life? Because you are doing these things every single day. So when you start simplifying your daily routines and your daily tasks, then you are immediately creating a simple life, a simple home, a simple business. Bingo, bango, you're a winner. Okay, so how do we do our daily task in less time? We need a plan, and that begins with an action step. Your action step is to make a list of all of your daily tasks. And I know, the minute I say that, I can hear you like grabbing your head going like, but Denise, that is just like a full-time job in itself, is to make that list. So I tell you what, let's make it simple. Let's just focus on those daily tasks you do first thing in the morning to start off your day, from the minute you get out of bed until you get out the door to begin your day. These are great tasks to target, and also a great way to motivate yourself to keep going, because beginning your day in a simpler way just sets the tone for your entire day. Here are a few daily tasks that I think are great to target and hold great potential to be able to easily eliminate some of the little steps in each one of these routines. For instance, making up your bed each day, preparing your morning coffee and breakfast, selecting your look for the day, making sure your calendar has got all your scheduled appointments and tasks, things that you need to do for the day, and getting ready to walk out the door each day. Each one of these tasks, when you look at all the little steps that each one of these routines includes the potential for how could you actually take one or two of those little steps off and simplify that routine. Okay, so now you've got a list of tasks, a list of routines that you can target. How do you determine what steps to eliminate? Well, you have to understand the why and the how of each task and what the value that task or even those individual steps mean to you in your life, home, and business. Each step, you're asking yourself, why am I doing this task? Why am I doing this step within this task? Because when you understand the why, you understand the value that this step or this task has in your life and home or business. Then you ask yourself, how am I doing this task? What are the individual, actual, practical steps it takes to complete this task? Are there any of those steps that are really unnecessary that I could eliminate? Are there any of these steps that truly, they don't add any value to my life or home? I don't care about those. And then finally, how do I feel when I complete this task? Are you happy with the results? Does this feeling match the value that you have placed on this in completing this task? Continue to check in with yourself each day and ask yourself, am I even looking forward to doing this again tomorrow? Because when you understand the why behind why you're doing it, then you also understand the value that this task has in your life and home. Here are my time-best simple living tips for doing your daily task in less time. Get very specific. Tackle one specific task instead of a group of tasks, and make sure you're working on that one task to get it lean and mean before you go on to the next one. Let's put this into practice and see what this would look like if we were addressing the task of making up our bed each morning. One of the things you could look at is, let's say you have a decorative bedspread on your bed, and let's say perhaps every night you're folding it down. You may not even be using it while you're sleeping. Maybe you're folding it all the way down or even taking it completely off your bed. Replace that decorative bedspread with a beautiful comforter, which would also serve as a warm blanket and makes that process of making your bed up so easy. It's just pull up and go. Now let's look at all those decorative pillows that you've got on your bed. Now for me, on and off, over and over, every single day is a lot of work. But you have to make that decision for yourself. But maybe we could just minimize to maybe 1, 2, 3 pillows that are your absolute favorites, but maybe not 10. But again, what you need to ask yourself is, what is the value that these pillows bring to my life and home? If 10 pillows brings you lots of value and is worth that time, then that is what matters most to you. For me, it's 1. Best way to involve your family is make it a game, make it a challenge. Who can make their bed up in the most efficient way in the least amount of time? Yep. Before you know it, you've got this daily task streamlined of making up your bed every morning. This is something you do every single day. And even if you're just trimming off 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes of this task, feel how that's going to add up. How many times do the kids just barely miss the bus? How much less stress, how much less overwhelmed would you feel if you mastered that one task and gained just 5 more minutes? What a difference it would make to get those kids to the bus stop and they don't miss that bus. So what's your next step? Go to your next daily task and just keep working through it. Rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. And before you know it, you've got your whole morning routine streamlined, lean and mean. And remember what we said, what's so great about working on that morning routine is that when you've got that morning routine simplified, you are setting the tone for your entire day. You're off to a great start. I'm going to put a list of resources in my description below that includes things that can help you with that minimalist mindset about learning how to save time and doing things more efficiently. So that was step 1, doing your daily task in less time. I'll see you very soon with step 2 and 5 easy steps for becoming a minimalist. See you soon.